This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining us. Charlotte is off tonight. The State Department of Health says there are now 2 more confirmed cases of coronavirus in Wisconsin, both of them in Dane County. Both patients had contact with a person who tested positive earlier this week. That brings the total number of confirmed cases to 8 now. 7 of those are still active. Today, Governor Tony Evers took the step to declare a public health emergency.
I want to assure everyone that those affected are receiving the best possible care and that all steps are being taken to stop the spread of this virus.
The governor says the risk of the majority of Wisconsinites remains low. However, we can all do our part to help prevent further spreading. The governor today also says 37 people who were aboard that Princess cruise ship now docked in California are from Wisconsin. The National Guard has been asked to help transport them back home. Governor Evers says they will be tested immediately when they return and then self-quarantine for 14 days. So far, none of them have tested positive. This spread is causing a number of local cancellations. Madison's annual St. Patrick's Day parade will no longer take place. There will no longer be any tours of the state capitol until further notice. The Dane County Boys and Girls Club canceling its annual Shamrock Shuffle event on Saturday, as well as the remaining spring field trips and study abroad programs. And the Dane County Humane Society canceling this weekend's Toto's Gala fundraiser at Monona Terrace. UW Health giving an update tonight on their testing procedures. They'll only test patients who are showing certain symptoms, including fever, cough, and shortness of breath. Anyone with mild symptoms is encouraged to consider telehealth or virtual appointments. Patients should also call the UW Health hotline and call ahead to your UW Health clinic before coming in. A lot of us are frustrated with all the closing, rescheduling, and canceling of events. Health officials say this is not because we have a ton of positive cases here, but because that's exactly what we're trying to prevent. Jamie Perez joins us now to explain all of it. Jamie?
Well, it really seems like all of us have to put our lives on hold, but health experts have been urging people to please abide by the social distancing rule. This is not an overreaction or fear being spread by news outlets. Today, I got a doctor to break down why this is happening, how it will help everyone, and what would happen if we did not take these measures.
With all the cancellations of major local events, it has a lot of people asking why. Well, it has to do with what doctors are calling flattening the curve.
The curve goes like this.
The spike in the number of people seeking medical care is overwhelming our healthcare system. When the system is overwhelmed, medical staff is spread thin. They're more likely to make mistakes, and not everyone will get access to the limited resources available. But
if we practice good social distancing and we wash our hands, if we're sick and we don't go out, if we cough into our arms, if we do those things and everyone practices that, this curve changes. It starts to look like this.
that line is saying that the number of people who will get COVID-19 won't necessarily decrease, but the number of cases will be spread out over a greater amount of time so everyone can get adequate care. If you happen to get COVID-19, wouldn't you be more comfortable in knowing that you would be seen and get the care that you need?
As a community, we can make sure we see this curve and not this curve.
Doctors and many others are asking you to please abide by the social distancing as much as possible. These decisions that are disrupting our lives are made so that the worst case scenario, like what's happening overseas, doesn't happen here.
Much better to make these interventions a little bit too early than to make them a little bit too late.
And a major message that doctors want to leave you with tonight is that if you are worried that you might need to be tested, call ahead first. Do not just show up. You are putting other people at risk, and they can evaluate whether or not you need to be tested through the phone. And they're getting a lot of people who are showing up who don't need to be tested, and they're actually running out of time and space to test the people who actually need it.
Jamie, thank you. The Madison School District says there's still a lot up in the air tonight. They've a dedicated team now working on making contingency plans every day in frequent contact with health officials. As of now, a spokesperson says the district will close a school if a student there is confirmed to have coronavirus. 3 states have now taken extraordinary precautions and canceled all public schools starting Monday. Ohio schools will end classes for 3 weeks. Public schools in Maryland will be closed for 2 weeks, also beginning Monday. And in Kentucky, the governor is calling on all schools, public and private, to close for several weeks as well. Walt Disney World announcing today it is closing theme parks. Disneyland will close Saturday. Disney World will close on Monday. A spokesperson says no cases of coronavirus have been reported at the theme parks, It is being closed simply as a precaution. And the virus is closing the curtain on Broadway, at least for a while. The shutdown starting tonight, 5 p.m. It'll run through April 12th. The state of New York has also banned gatherings of 500 people or more. As of today, New York has 328 confirmed cases. Big news from the NCAA, the Big Ten, and the WIAA today, all canceling or changing major events. The NCAA will no longer hold March Madness. The Big Ten will no longer host the Big Ten tournament. And UW-Madison tonight saying it will no longer host the WIAA Boys State Basketball Tournament at the Kohl Center. Now, the WIAA itself is still weighing its options. On the professional level, the PGA, the NBA, NHL, and Major League Soccer have all suspended their seasons. Major League Baseball suspending spring training. It'll push back the first 2 weeks of the regular season as well. And overseas in Rome, all Catholic churches have been ordered to close. The decree will remain in effect until at least April 3rd. There are more than 900 churches in the Italian capital. The Wisconsin Election Commission taking action ahead of next month's election to address COVID-19 concerns at polling places. In a special meeting today, the commission passed a motion that would allow municipal clerks to change the location of polling places designated by health officials as areas of concern. The group specifically targeting nursing homes, citing the need to protect the state's most vulnerable voters.
Keeping with the guidance that we're hearing from healthcare professionals, in addition to non-essential personnel not being allowed in care facilities, of course that means that care facilities should not be used as polling places on election day.
Commission also directing municipal clerks to mail absentee ballots to nursing homes and care facilities instead of sending in special voting deputies. The group is likely to meet again next week to discuss encouraging all Wisconsin residents to request absentee ballots and talk about other public health concerns that have to do with the election. Now, the stock market had its biggest drop since the Black Monday crash of 1987 as fears of economic fallout from coronavirus deepen. The Dow Industrials plunging more than 2,300 points today, just under 10% today alone. Representative Ron Kind, along with 2 other lawmakers, introducing legislation to ensure free coronavirus testing for seniors who receive coverage through Medicare. This legislation will be included in a larger package as part of the House of Representatives' efforts to bolster the federal government's response to the pandemic. During separate events today, both the remaining Democratic presidential contenders discussed the virus, its spread, and the response by the Trump administration.
Public fears are being compounded by pervasive lack of trust in this president, fueled by adversarial relationships with the truth that he continues to have.
If there ever was a time in the modern history of our country when we are all in this together, this is that moment.
The 2 candidates will debate this weekend in front of no audience. So we know there is a lot of development on the coronavirus front. For the very latest information, head to channel3000.com. Check out our coronavirus headlines section there. And tomorrow, News 3 Now will be hosting a Facebook Live Q&A session on COVID-19. We'll be sitting down with a UW Health doctor from 2:30 until 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We'll get to as many questions as we can. Check it out to get your coronavirus questions answered. Next at 10, the Defense Department says the U.S. carried out airstrikes tonight against multiple Iranian-backed militia sites in Iraq. Comes just days after a rocket attack on a coalition forces base that killed 2 American service members and 1 British service member. A U.S. defense official says tonight's strikes were carried out by manned aircraft and targeted 5 weapons storage facilities. Still no verdict tonight in the Austin Valdez trial in Iowa County. The jury started deliberations about 5 o'clock this evening. The 21-year-old accused of killing his stepfather, Robin Reason, in 2018. Valdez claims it was self-defense because the night it happened, Reason was drunk and threatening his mother. He's facing a charge of first-degree intentional homicide. A trial last year ended in a hung jury. And a Verona substitute teacher is now being held on a $25,000 cash bond. Dustin Schallert, accused of inappropriately touching students. Court records show he is now charged with 3 counts, including first-degree child sexual assault. Last week, 2 students at Badger Ridge Middle School in Verona reported that Schallert inappropriately touched them. A special event today for a local company in the UW Carbone Cancer Center. 5 years ago, Troy Schwen, the owner of Automation Components in Middleton, and his family started a professorship in memory of his late wife, Mindy. Mindy lost her battle with colon cancer 6 years ago. And today, after years of fundraising, the organization presented the Carbone Cancer Center with a $500,000 check, matched by another donor, totaling $1 million towards a professorship, which the center says will be a permanent position going forward. Still to come tonight as we near the weekend, Gary Canalti will join us with his first warned forecast. But first, the latest in a series of News 3 Now investigations breaking down foreign interference. Is it already happening in the campaign season? We'll have the latest. Stay with us.
Uncle Joey sent you this.
During Steinhoffel's employee family price sale, everyone gets the employee discount. You have got to tell her.
It's Steinhoffel's employee family price sale, where everyone pays what we pay. Get 40% off on the largest selection of the best brands at the best prices. Steinhoffel's employee family price sale ends Saturday.
Tell her next week.
Yeah, next week.
The new iPhone 11 runs on Straight Talk without a contract and a plan that's up to half the cost of big carriers. With the new ultra-wide camera, your shareable moments are ultra-shareable. Because you're on a network that's more than just big talk. The new iPhone 11. Now get the unlimited plan for just $45 a month on America's best 4G LTE networks. Straight Talk Wireless, everything for less.
Here's to the hardest working people in America, the ones who can't be slowed down by mud or debris, the ones who are on their feet all day, every day. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we stand behind you with quality name brand footwear. Like these Special Buy cat boots, $49.99 while supplies last. These tingly rubber work boots, only $19.99. And all Skechers footwear is buy one, get one half off.
The hardest working people in America find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
It's the SUV for all you love, the 2020 Subaru Forester at Don Miller. Get the Forester Advantage with Subaru EyeSight Driver Assist technology and blind spot detection with rear cross traffic alert. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, lease the Forester Premium $269 per month plus tax. 36 months, 10,000 miles per year, $1969 due at signing. No security deposit. The Forester all-wheel drive plus MPG. Don Miller Subaru, West on Odana or East Side, High Crossing Boulevard, Madison.
Don Miller.
For over 30 years, Denver Mattress has been crafting factory direct mattresses with innovative design and unrivaled quality, improving the sleeping lives of millions of people one night at a time. For a better tomorrow tonight, check out the Summit Queen, only $199.99. And save $100 on our lineup of original Doctor's Choice mattresses. Or purchase any Purple mattress and get your choice of a free pillow, sheets, seat pad, or mattress protector. Plus 4 years, no interest. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Hi, everyone. Friday morning, Hattie has her eyes on a pretty nice weekend. She'll have the latest first warn forecast.
And we're getting an early start to Pie Day with our annual pie eating contest at Hubbard Avenue Diner. We'll see you starting at 4:30.
See you then.
Even as coronavirus concerns cancel long-time events left and right, we're still getting closer to the election every day. And as we get closer, a researcher at the UW anticipates foreign interference attempts will continue. Amy Reed shows us how this interference has already started and if you're one of the targets on their radar.
These days, political campaigns are based on data, and a lot of political campaigns use data to identify and target and mobilize or demobilize certain people.
It was that thought that got Youngmi Kim where she is, examining millions of ads for her research ahead of the 2016 election and finding something she didn't expect, groups with links to the Kremlin disguised on Facebook. She saw it 4 years ago. Now it's happening again.
But one thing clear is that this is very systematic.
The ads don't look much different than a meme you might run across yourself, and the groups they come from seem homegrown. But when she tracked them back to the source, she saw they came from Russian groups and their messages aimed at division, not just among Republicans and Democrats, but also among women. At the League of Women Voters, elections run their lives. Eileen Newcomer is the League's voter education manager.
I would say the bulk of our work is working on empowering voters, providing them resources, helping them get the information that they need to have their voices heard on Election Day.
They work hard to keep voters informed, but online, some of their followers may be targeted. Facebook gives advertisers the tools to show their ads only to certain audiences. Kim told me this year one of those audiences is feminists. Those showing a liberal lean online may get ads like this against Joe Biden. If you show a lean to the right, you may get one like this against feminism as a whole.
So they exploit the sharp divide in our society.
Right now, Kim said these ads are working that division and trying to get followers. But as we get closer to the election, she's watching for the efforts to mimic 2016. She noticed then that the last few days before the election, ads began voter suppression in 4 main ways. 1, election boycotts, telling people not to vote because neither candidate is good. 2, deception, lying about election times and poll locations, even telling people to text in their vote to avoid lines. 3, third-party candidate promotion to undermine the Democratic and Republican nominee. And 4, same-side candidate attacks. She noticed in 2016 some of this targeted African Americans.
African Americans are targeted with the anti-Clinton messages so that they don't like Clinton and then decide not to go to the poll.
Much of this information is still unknown to the people educating voters. Still, they're trying to fight misinformation where they can.
It's really important that people go and vote and make their voices heard and not let people with bad intent to spread misinformation or disinformation.
And until something more is done, that's what she can do. Amy Reed, News 3 Now.
It's now been 4 years since we first saw this kind of interference in our elections, and still hardly anything has been done to stop it. Join us next week as we continue this series and look into federal, state, and private industry efforts to keep this type of suppression down. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joining us now with a look at his first warn forecast. Maybe a little cooler tomorrow coming our way.
If you've been outside, it's a little breezy out there.
Yeah,
that's because cold front came through and temperatures are dropping, but at least it's keeping our weather quiet. Our Dark Skies Severe Weather Seminar, unfortunately, canceled. That was scheduled for Saturday, like many other events across southern Wisconsin, canceled because of the coronavirus issues. And the National Weather Service has canceled all in-person severe weather spotter training classes. They'll be doing some online training, and we'll make that available on our Channel 3000 website once we have more information on that. Tonight, our weather has just been pretty quiet. We had a line of showers move through along with a cold front. There are a few snow flurries up in northern portions of Wisconsin, but severe weather continues down to the south. Tornado watches in effect north and east of Nashville and through parts of Arkansas. Squall lines of thunderstorms have moved through that area tonight, so we're getting close to severe weather season. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Tomorrow, it'll be sunny, but it'll also be windy and colder with high temperatures in the middle 40s. Seasonably cool weather for the weekend. High temperatures lower 40s on Saturday and mid 40s for Sunday. It's right about average for this time of year. And then milder weather returns next week with temperatures back into the 50s, but thunderstorms are going to be likely by Thursday and Friday, right in time for the first day of spring, which is Thursday of next week. High temperatures today over the snow cover, which is still several inches deep across far northern Wisconsin. Temperatures there stayed in the 30s. Southern Wisconsin topped out about 50 before the cold front came through. To our southwest, temperatures are even warmer at 60s across Iowa. As we look at weather track, that line of showers came through. That's moved off to the east. The southern end of it, that's where all the severe weather has been. Another weather system in the southwestern part of the country will take an east-northeasterly track, but stay just to the south of Wisconsin, giving us some clouds for Saturday. Most of the showers should stay down across northern Illinois. Here's the cold front, where the wind shift from the south to the west-northwest, and a secondary cold front to the north and west might drop in to keep temperatures a little colder over the next couple of days. But otherwise, our temperatures right now still in the 40s here, but La Crosse is at 40, and 30s and 20s are found to the north and west where skies are clearing out. And on future track, those skies will clear out overnight, allowing temperatures to drop to around freezing. It'll still remain brisk through much of the day tomorrow with high temperatures in the middle 40s, but by tomorrow night, the clouds start to approach from the south. Most of the showers, and some of that will be in the form of snow across western Iowa, will stay to our south. The dry northeasterly wind flow will just kind of act as a boundary and keep the best chances for snow down and rain down to the south. Then as we head into Sunday, we're back to some sunshine. Winds start becoming easterly and eventually southeasterly, and that's what will fuel the warm-up as we head into next week. Over the next 10 days, temperatures will be back to around normal or above normal by early on Monday. We'll be looking at high temperatures in the 50s from Monday through Friday before temperatures drop off a little bit for the following weekend. For tomorrow, skies will be mostly sunny, but it'll be windy and colder with a high temperature of 44 degrees, and the 7 to 10 day forecast calls for a slight chance for a shower, mainly south of Madison on Saturday. Sunday, sunny, temperatures in the 40s the next couple of days, and then you can see that jump up into the 50s for much of next week. First day of spring is on Thursday. St. Patrick's Day on Tuesday should be dry, but shower and thunderstorm chances Thursday and Friday. That rain could mix with a little snow Friday night as it ends on Saturday of next weekend. Highs by this following weekend will be in the mid-40s.
Well, if that's it for what winter was, it was pretty mild. We didn't have long stretch.
No.
Well, of course it can happen.
We had four days of below zero temperatures. We normally have 15, and our longest streak of below normal temperatures, 4 days, and that was at the end of February.
Well, it's sure feeling like spring out there. At least your forecast is looking like we're heading there. Gary, thank you. Sure. WIAA tournament with an uncertain future. That didn't stop the games tonight. Not a lot of fans at some of them, but Adam will have the highlights next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's the Hy-Vee 3-day sale this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Save big on Mountain Dew. Buy 2 12-packs, get 1 12-pack free. And Hy-Vee Take and Bake Pizza is just $5. Don't miss the Hy-Vee 3-day sale this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Ford Escape. Drive it home today with FlexBuy and get 0 for 66-month financing plus $2,000 cash back when you finance through Ford Credit.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about coming together. It's families, friends. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Okay then, why do professional builders and remodelers choose Nuns? Appears to be reason number 307, which must be that folks really appreciate the expert help of a Nuns designer. Oh. And at the big box store, expert help might not be available. So why should you choose Nuns? Yeah. Isn't it obvious? Nuns. Kitchen, bath, and flooring.
Celebrate Ashley Home Store's 75th anniversary with the ultimate sale. We're throwing the ultimate party so you can save up to 55% off dozens of doorbusters throughout the store, including living rooms, bedrooms, and more. Then get the ultimate party favor. Take an additional 10% off our sale prices, plus 3 years financing with no interest charges. Plus, save big on sleep with the very best mattress deals on the best brands. Ultimate deals, ultimate selection, ultimate style. Only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
When being sick isn't as bad as not knowing why you're sick.
When questions lead to confusion.
And angst and anxiety. When it feels like there's a tiger chasing you into the darkness.
And all you want is a little light.
A little hope.
This is when you need the best of the best. Doctors who don't just perform cutting-edge procedures and treatments. Doctors who invent them. UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
It's the Hy-Vee 3-day sale this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Save big on Hormel bone-in pork shoulder roast, only 99 cents a pound. And Ragu is just 99 cents. Don't miss the Hy-Vee 3-day sale this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
At one point
Today, it appeared the WIAA would be canceling the rest of its boys basketball tournament. But despite the suspension of the NBA regular season and the cancellation of March Madness, the high schoolers, well, they continue to play. Madison, La Follette, and Waunakee having to play in a very empty house in Verona tonight. How would the teams respond to no fans? Well, it turns out not half bad. Early on in the first half, Isaiah Stewart for the Lancers gets that to go. He doesn't mind playing in front of no fans. Later on the fast break for the Lancers, Derek Gray stops, puts up the floater, and the fans, well, just remember, they're there in spirit. You see the posters there. And Waunakee, well, they would hang in this game. Jackson Zeibel with the 3 here and gets that to go, but Madison La Follette would end up winning this game by double digits, 83-67. Madison East playing Oconomowoc in Middleton again in front of no fans. Second half, Javon Boyton on the fast break with the flush. This game was close. Later off the miss, senior Marcus Justice grabs it and fights through a whole bunch of contact for 2. East up by not by much. And when we're playing in front of no fans and there's a charge like this, you got to improvise some crowd noise. And the bench, as called camera awareness. And off the inbounds, Oconomowoc's Josh Bay with the 3, puts it up and in from the corner, but it wouldn't be enough. Madison East would go on to win big, 73-52. Some games did have fans, although a limited amount. Monticello and Randolph, Reese Roofer working through the traffic, gets it to go. He's feeling it in front of the limited fans. And later on, it'd be Roofer again in a crowd. Gets it to go, ponies up early. But Rockets, they would not go away. In fact, they do the exact opposite of that. Brandon Haffley, 3-ball, and that's good. And they would run away. Still is a little bit of fight from Monticello. Owen Ace gets that to fall, but Randolph would pull away later and go on to win 76-54. Wrapping up our local coverage tonight was Stoughton versus DeForest. Winner goes on to the sectional championship. Stoughton's Cale McGee feeling it early. Gets that tough fall-away floater to go, and he's feeling good. Later, he'll get his pocket picked. And DeForest's Trey Schroeder there for the cleanup. Off the miss, gets that basket to go. But on the other end for Stoughton, Adam Hobson gets that tough shot to fall. Neck and neck, these two teams would fight. But the Norskis would just make too many good plays. Here's Schroeder again, taking his time all the way to the rim, gets a shot, and DeForest gets the win, 66-57. And lastly, while the NBA is putting the season on pause, and it might be an inconvenience or a disappointment if you're a fan, if you're a stadium employee, it means you just lost your job with no warning. Tonight on Instagram, Kevin Love announcing he's contributing $100,000 that will go to support Cavaliers arena and support staff that are now without work. He says he hopes during what is a tough time for them, at a time of crisis, others will join him in supporting the community. Good on you, Kevin. A final look at weather next.
Celebrate Ashley Home Store's 75th anniversary with the ultimate mattress sale. Shop doorbusters, including our best deal ever on Beauty Rest mattresses, plus no interest financing for up to 75 months, and a free adjustable base upgrade with select purchases. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Shop our wide selection of home safety and security products at Menards. Over 50 in-stock Kidde products are on sale. This smoke alarm has a 10-year sealed-in battery, just $14.99. Add extra security to your home with this Swan HD motion-activated floodlight security camera. It has free recording and cloud storage. Control it all with your smartphone. Right now, it's just $159.99 during Menards Think Spring Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Yeah.
With great deals, get ready to turn your dreams into reality.
Right now, you can lease a new 2020 Toyota Corolla for $179 a month, or get 0.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2020 Corolla.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Tax time blowout at American Freight. Take it home today for $50 and no payments for 60 days. Mattress sets from $49 each piece. Memory foam mattress sets from $119 each piece. 3-piece bedrooms from $198. Reclining furniture from $198. Sofas from $198. And sectionals from $298. Free layaway until tax time or longer if needed. Same-day delivery ends March 31st at the corner of North Stoughton and Kinsman Boulevard.
Attention. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has officially authorized new benefits that Medicare Advantage plans may include. To get the benefits you deserve, you can call the Medicare Coverage Helpline.
Hi, I'm Joe Namath. If you're on Medicare, this is important information. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline and they instantly looked up my coverage. In this one simple call, they offered to enroll me in a plan that includes rides to medical appointments, private home aides, doctors and nurses' visits by telephone, and even home-delivered meals. The plan also includes dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage, all at no additional cost.
Don't delay. Call to see if the new benefits are available in your area.
Call the number on your screen now. It's free.
Call 1-800-860-4040. That's 1-800-860-4040 now.
Wisconsin's best appliance deals are available now during the Ultimate Sale at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Find huge savings up to 50% off appliances from the Ultimate brands and finance your purchase interest-free until fall. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
We go to Gary. One final check of the forecast.
Well, temperatures are starting to cool off now that the cold front has gone through. Still 44 in Madison, but temperatures are already dropping into the 30s from the Dells northwestward. Also seeing some strong wind gusts up around 30 to 35 miles per hour at times. Those winds will continue through much of the day tomorrow, but it'll be sunny. It will be colder, though. High temperature at 44. 7 to 10 day forecast. Cool for the weekend. 43 Saturday. Slight chance for a shower south of town. Sunday, it'll be sunny with a high of 46. And we're back in the 50s next week with some spring-like showers and thunderstorms just in time for the first day of spring on Thursday.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10. We hope you have a great Thursday night.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinan.
Admit it, you were in the grocery store today. Woodman's on the west side around 12:30 or so. I was there then, and I swear I saw most of you. I've never seen so many shopping carts filled with toilet paper. Every checkout line was at least 10 carts deep. What I found rather reassuring was the number of people talking to each other, making jokes, mostly at their own expense. We're all trying to do the right things. We're all trying to make sense of this. Governor Evers' declaration of a public health emergency was galvanizing as well. It is now, as the governor said, all hands on deck. The Department of Health Services can now tap into additional resources and support local health departments. The National Guard is ready to help. We may not be together physically as much for a while, but it's good to know we're in this together.